Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. Lately, with the last couple reviews, I've tried to be a little bit faster. That's because, according to my analytics, people only are watching like 3 to 4 minutes of a video, if or less. And Google's changed the way that things are paid out and structured, and it's now more about watch time and retention. So I've been really trying to focus more on the big points of the figure and less talking like this. Unfortunately, with this figure, I cannot do this. This is the Clash of the Transformers Toys R Us exclusive Warrior class Starscream. This is a figure that basically nobody knew was coming until he showed up in Canada late last month. And it's a fantastic figure. And let me stress that it's a great figure, but unfortunately, the instructions are absolutely horrendous to the point where I would say they are the worst instructions in the 30 plus years of a Transformer fan I have ever seen. And let me just show you. As you all know from Warrior class figures, that part of the gimmick is simplified transformations, and they advertise that on the packaging. 9 steps, and they even show you the transformation right there. This is a throwback to the mini bots of G1, the basic Beast Wars figures, the G2 figures. It's great, in theory. Here's the problem. This box is all the space allotted to the transformation. Starscream has 9 steps. Or at least that's what they say he has. As you'll see, there's a lot more steps involved to the transformation. They are not mentioned here. Some steps are combined. In other figures that would have 10 or 12, it's the same space, and what they do is they shrink the images. As you know from watching my reviews, most, if not all, of the Warrior class figures horribly misstate the number of steps and omit steps. This even includes weapon storage for the figure. And it's because, the gimmick that parents can pick up this figure, look at what it is, look at the transformation, and say, oh, that's easy enough for my kid. The rest of the issue, as we pan down, is because of the mobile game, they need to have this entire section reserved for warnings, advisories about downloading stuff from the App Store in various languages, which is required by law. So there's no way they could make the instructions bigger. So, thus we get Starscream. Again, a fantastic figure. Unfortunately, mine does have uh, loose legs that suffers from basically a transformation that if you were just to look at the instructions, you would not know what to do. But, I'll take the hit. I'm going to go through this step by step with you. I'm going to start that right now. Okay, we're going to go through this very slow. I'm going to try to be as clear as possible, so we get this right because like I said, it's a fun figure, and once you get the transformation, it's kind of cool. First thing you want to do is remove the null rays. Yes, they can be held as pistols. Everybody knows that, but it's Starscream. He holds, you know, he basically has his null rays. All right, so step one is you want to come around the back here. And this is actually probably the trickiest part of the transformation. You want to go ahead, bring down the backpack here. You don't want to bring it down all the way. You just want to bring it down enough, swivel this section with the wings out a little to allow you to come in and bring up the nose cone for Starscream. You're going to go ahead and bring that up and over the face, and it'll snap into place. Basically, you're just going to let that backpack hang out for right now. Next, what you want to do is come around the front. Give yourself some room. Move the arms out of the way. It'd come down to the legs. Now, originally the instructions say flip the feet up. You don't want to do that because one step that the instructions omit is you want to, on a double hinge here, bring the legs up and over. So that basically what was the knee pad is up around the waist. Here, we'll do this again so you can see it from here. Up and over, just like that. And then you can go ahead and peg the legs together. And then, of course, flip up the feet. You're not going to be able to flip them up all the way, but that's okay. It's a little stylish end piece there. Next, what you can do is come around, bring this backpack down. You're going to spread out the wings a little, and it'll just clip into place down here around the bottom of the legs. I guess you can say technically where the ankles are. You don't want to bring the wings in yet because the next step is, and there are some tight tabs here up in where the shoulder and chest combine, and you really got to go in there and pull them out. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring those down, and right here on the side, you'll notice it's this double tab and slot section. So the red part is going to slot in ever so slightly as the tab that was holding the whole chest piece in place is now going to slot in next to the legs. And that's a very tight snap. And you're just going to do that on both sides, just like so. Come back around, and you can then bring the wings in, and they will tab in to slots right over that chest piece. Just about done. Now, none of that is clearly shown in the instructions, which is why I'm doing it here for you. And next, you come back down, flip up the hands. They're not going to flip all the way into the forearm, but close enough. And you can do this step whenever you'd like. I just waited till now. Rotate them at the elbow so the connector piece for the null raise is facing towards you, and there's a tab here and a tab right here at that swivel joint that's going to tab into slots on the inside of the forearm. There is enough wiggle and bend in the ball joints that you can do that. And basically, there you have Starscream in its jet mode. The final step would be to come in under the wings, attach the null rays, which I don't think they're even calling them null rays, and you're basically done. There's no landing gear except for this little fixed piece right there, but it's really a nice figure, and it is a fun transformation. As I mentioned in the beginning of the review, this figure showed up unannounced at a Canadian Toys R Us. As of this recording, the figure is available on ToysRUs.com. It is the first of the 3 exclusives that are the Clash of the Transformers, which is that exclusive line to Toys R Us. The other 2 are a repaint of Scorponaut called Paldron or something, and a white and blue repaint of Power Surge Optimus Prime that looks really nice. And I think it comes with an axe where the regular one doesn't, so you get that little bonus accessory. Might be wrong about that. Also, just released is the weaponizer version of Starscream. The 3 simplified Power Surge. I shouldn't say weaponized, but the Power Surge version of Starscream. So it is going to be a major character in the upcoming season of the cartoon. Again, this is a fun figure, and once you get the transformation, like, do it once the right way, you'll have it. It's just some steps have to be done in order. My main issue, again, as I mentioned, is that it was completely unclear and just wrong on the packaging. A lot of people are already talking about, getting this 2 times over, as, Thundercracker and Skywarp. I don't see that happening. What I do see is really looking at this can be a stylized version of Cyclonus from the Transformers movie, especially because of the swept wings. And I would expect to see that version, that retool, repaint, remold, before I see the other two Seekers. So, I do recommend this figure. Just be aware that the instructions on the packaging are not your friend. This is your old pal Chuck for Starscream. We will see you next time.